Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one. You already know what we like to get into on this channel. Creepy, strange, all that good stuff, man. Just make sure before this video starts, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know, we trying to get to 10K views a day, so like the video up, man. If you want to see your boy winning, alright, just like the video. And I'm not too much talking. We got a lot of good clips to get into for today, so let's get right into it.
Gotta put our heads together to do projects to give the consumer, people, what they want, and stop letting the government tell us what to give them. Give them laughs, give them entertainment, because that's what your dollar pays for.
Yeah.
Stop juking them, dog.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the powers that be know that you can make it all right for people in America. We don't have to have all these homeless shelters. Why? Because you can stop building bombs and build apartment complexes and places for people to live, you know?
I've also seen some like demonic here, you know, it's just like, hey, it's there.
You seen, what demonic stuff have you seen?
Dude, I'm into Hollywood, bro.
Tell me, what's the most demonic thing you've seen?
Dude, I can't say that.
No, say it. Oh, no, you've seen the pentagrams? You've seen children being...
I live in Hollywood, that's all I gotta say. Like, I've been here since I was 17.
Say on God you've seen a ritual.
Dude, I've seen some crazy stuff. I can't say what I've seen.
Bro, let me farm you, tell me.
Dude, I live in Hollywood. That's all I can say. Live with my friends. Hey, we don't have to talk. I'm cool with everybody here in Hollywood.
Nice.
If this stuff goes viral, I am really cool with everyone in Hollywood. I don't discriminate against anyone.
Okay, you don't discriminate against Satan?
I don't discriminate against anything.
The movie Matrix is this program, story of Neo, who wakes up from the illusion, can see fiction, and goes after the machine. So finally it comes down to the confrontation where he makes a contract with the machine, and then the next thing, bang, he's right back in the Matrix with Smith. He says, if you know, and he says, I brought a few friends with me, which is the infinity of fiction. 3 plus 3 equals 6. How many ways can you do it wrong? 3 plus 3 equals 7. 3 plus 3 equals 8, equals 9, 10. Infinity. So the power of negativity in infinity can be wrong indefinitely, which is what our world's been for 8,500 years, and I kneel. And I says, well, king's got new clothes, 3 plus 3 equals 6. And the world says, you must be mad. You must be crazy if you're going to use correctness, a mathematical certification, to identify our illusion and disqualify the entire 8 billion population of this planet. You realize the damage this is going to cause? I'm going, 3 plus 3 still equals 6. When you remove all the things that can be, what is left are the facts.
Let's get it. Starting a new series today, The Ocean is Space. Part 1, we're going to be speaking about dolphins, how in tune, wise, and powerful these beings are, live amongst us. A lot of you know this, a lot of you don't. Dolphins actually are smarter than most humans, have a much larger neocortex, which means their brains operate at a higher, more advanced capacity than humans. Very in tune with energy and frequency waves. Can read a person's energy and current emotional states just by looking into their eyes. Dolphins actually hold memories of many past generations, and they can speak telepathically with other dolphins. This may or may not be one of the reasons why it's illegal to contact wild dolphins, because the possibilities of what we may discover connecting with dolphins may surprise us. Dolphins actually have a great amount of self-awareness, unlike any other animal. They're very aware of their own thoughts and emotions. If dolphins have all these capabilities and are so powerful, imagine exploring the other 90% of the ocean that hasn't been discovered. I can comment.
Did you know that the fluoride in your water and toothpaste could be hindering your spiritual growth?
Give me a second.
Let's talk about it. Pineal gland is a small endocrine gland located in the center of the brain, and it's shaped like a pine cone, hence its name. It produces melatonin, which is a hormone that regulates our sleep-wake cycle, and is involved in a variety of physiological processes, including circadian rhythms, immune function, and antioxidant activity. That's some smart shit I found using the internet. The production of melatonin is regulated by light exposure. When it's dark, the pineal gland is stimulated to produce more melatonin, which helps us feel sleepy and promotes a restful sleep. And when it's light, melatonin production decreases, helping us to feel more alert and awake. But the pineal gland goes way beyond regulating our sleep-wake cycle. It's also involved in our spiritual experience and consciousness. Many spiritual traditions, such as Hinduism and Buddhism, see the pineal gland as the third eye, or the seat of the soul, and believe that it connects us to higher dimensions of reality. Okay, that's the smart shit done, now pay attention closely. The pineal gland is vulnerable to calcification, a process that can occur when calcium and other minerals can accumulate in the pineal gland. This can impair the pineal gland's ability to function properly, impacting our sleep patterns and overall health. It can also impact our spiritual growth by reducing our ability to perceive subtle energies and higher dimensions of reality. To protect and decalcify your pineal gland, you can avoid drinking fluorinated water and switch to a fluoride-free toothpaste. So if you're committed to your spiritual ascension, it's important to pay attention to your pineal gland and support its proper function. If you found this video helpful, make sure you drop a comment below and let me know. Share this video with one person and follow me for more content like this.
This tiny almond.
Yo, that's so crazy how powerful our pineal gland is, right? Like, we really got a third eye that help us see, like, you know, in the future, you know, and just have good intuition, you know, it helps. But it's like some people can't really experience it how they want to because, you know, still, you know, the diet is messed up, they're not getting enough sun, you know, and then they do this with the fluoride in the water, and that's crazy, man. I don't know, but eventually I feel like we're gonna get to a point where everybody's gonna be awakened, you know. It's gonna get like that eventually.
Structure in your brain, called the amygdala, is the part of the brain that processes emotions. Its main function is to keep you safe. And if something looks like, sounds like, or feels like a threat to you, the amygdala triggers an instant stress response. For example, you misinterpret an email a colleague sent and immediately respond with something snarky or aggressive. Or your partner asks you a simple question and you snap at them. Sounds familiar? The bad news is that our brains are wired this way for survival. But the good news is that you don't have to remain at the mercy of your amygdala, and here are some tips on how to deal with it. Step 1, pause and do nothing. Step 2, breathe deeply for 5 to 10 seconds. And step 3, ask yourself the following 2 questions. What do I like or love about the person in front of me? And what can I learn about myself in this circumstance? So the next time you feel this impulse, think about this tip and I guarantee you'll feel more in control. My name is David Boulos. Follow for more.
You know, it's crazy. A lot of people is impulsive, right? They just react off of impulsive thoughts, you know? It's crazy. I think we've seen this clip already, so I'm gonna skip this.
So did y'all hear about this African man that made a television that runs off a radio frequency? This proves that we have free energy all around us. This is what Tesla was talking about.
One of Zimbabwe's most celebrated technopreneurs, Maxwell Chikumbutso, has once again come up with a masterstroke innovation, and this time it is an embedded wireless power generator that uses radio frequency to power a television set. Chikumbutso demonstrated his latest innovation to a ZBC News crew at his base in Harare, whereby a TV does not need the electricity connection for it to function.
This is our self-powered TV that we have designed, the first in the world to have such kind of a technology where a television is powered with a radio frequency. So as you can see right now, I'm powering this television. So this is the first television in the world that uses self-power to say. It is all in one. You don't need to put it on electricity or on solar panel or anything. As it is a complete solution. Behind the television, you can see that there is a microsonic energy device, this box. This is the device that is converting radio frequencies into pure energy. As you can see, the power of the cable was supposed to be here. On all traditional televisions, power comes here, but there's no power, as you can see.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about this TV that run off of radio frequencies in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content.
That is dope. Like, that can come in handy, you know, when like everything in the grid and all that go out. You got your little TV that can run off the radio waves. That's dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Please watch out for spiritual contracts you might make with people. When the devil or a demon come to you asking you to do something that you know in your heart you wouldn't do, like sell your soul, or scam somebody, or go on a drill, or maybe rob a bank, you don't realize by saying yes and initiating the act, you have now made yourself a spiritual contract with this person. And you don't know deep down if this person is a demon or has demons inside of them. You don't know if this the devil in the flesh. You're just saying yes because they came to you with an offer. offer that might not even be real. They'll say something like, okay, so all we got to do is do this bad thing to this person and we'll both eat off this. And you knowing that it's wrong, you'll say, all right, bet, I get the 50-50 cut, like we gonna split it. But you don't even realize by you agreeing to that, you just allow access for that same thing that you was gonna do to them to be done to you. Because you said yes and agreed to the contract to harm somebody else, you don't even know in the fine print it says this is able to be done to you as well. So don't get mad if it actually does. And stop making spiritual contracts with devils and demons that come to you with offers that sound good. That sound like the industry to me. Beware of spiritual contracts, man.
Gotta put our heads together to do projects to give the consumer.
Why is the same clip people?
What's up, family? Today we'll be talking about global warming. Now everybody know the temperature on the planet is rising, but we are rising as well. You guys have to understand that we only had one season, and that was summer, all year round. Now winter is unnatural to us. That's why we get sick. That's why we shake in the cold. If the winter was natural to us, it would benefit us in positive ways.
Facts.
In ancient times, we was breathing in hydrogen. We are breathing in oxygen right now, but we're going back to the hydrogen molecule. Our bodies are naturally used to warm photon energy. So as the planet gets hotter, we get stronger. This past year, we had cars melting. We even saw lakes that been there for hundreds of years drying up. This is happening all over the world, y'all. These solar storms or thunderstorms, whatever you want to call them, they are causing asthma. People are dropping dead from this stuff, y'all. And if your body not on the right frequency, you might as well not even come outside. Even in Antarctica, you have the whole continent melt. You have people under that ice that are waking back up like they never been dead before. It's thousands of stores and companies that's going out of business because of this heat wave. They are aware of this stuff too. Even our government, they are getting into it with each other. They don't know what to do. They don't know what the future brings. Now our planet Earth, it belongs to the blacks and the Latinos. They are the original melanated ones. It was them and their kids who built the pyramids all over the world. This ain't had nothing to do with aliens. A lot of us think this a race war or a religious war. But in reality, this is a spiritual war, and we judge people by their souls and their intent. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but we used to have two suns. But the Pleiadians and the humans blew the second sun away. This caused our poles to flip. The north became the south, and the south became the north. East became west, and west became the east. This planet was done wrong, and Mother Nature is fighting back now. Nature used to be beautiful. We had all type of plants. We had trees that reached up to the sky. We used to walk from California to Florida on top of the trees. We had mushrooms and plants the size of houses. Mother Nature was put to sleep using a spell, and that spell was called the winter. But she has woken back up, and she is pissed off. It's time for universal karma. And she's not just mad. The original melanated ones who have woken up, they are mad too. Just like we have a chakra, Mother Earth has one as well. She's been healing us. But next, we will be in the solar plexus. And this is when our powers will really be unlocked. And this when we get all our wisdom. One of these days you wake up, you will go to the refrigerator for a drink. And that refrigerator door will open up by itself. And the drink will float right to you, right to your hand. One day you will want to talk to a relative that stays a couple states over. You will be able to communicate with them and see what they're doing in your mind, just like watching the TV. One day you will get up for work and sit in your car and attempt to leave off, and you will teleport right to the job. These are the powers that are being unlocked within you. Now, a lot of us would start to misuse these powers, and that's why the cleansing process is going on as well. Now, to wrap this all up, global warming is fake. This is actually Mother Nature going back to her original state. Peace and Ashe, guys. Hope y'all like the lecture.
I've also seen some like demonic
Bro,
here.
I messed up on my edit. So I accidentally put some of the same clips in there, but it's still good. It's still,
You know how they been telling us that these ice cream machines are dirty? Yeah, if you like eating ice cream at these fast food restaurants, I advise you to watch this. And trigger warning if you got a weak stomach. This video is at Dairy Queen. Do y'all see ice cream?
The worms? That is so disturbing.
The fuck? And this another one. I don't know where this is at, but
come on, man. Clean y'all mess up. They just over there just not cleaning up. Clean up, man.
I promise you this. I'm cool off of any fast food, ice cream, anywhere. I done had people come and tell me like, yeah, I advise you not to eat from these fast food restaurants because they work there. I mean, I never knew that it was this bad because I never really worked at a fast food restaurant. But bro, like the worms in the ice cream machine, I think that puts the cherry on the top, no pun intended, with me in any fast food ice cream. And it's for future references for anybody out there, any of my people. Y'all want to give me some ice cream, y'all gonna have to buy it from the store. Let me know what y'all think about the worms been in these ice cream machines in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
Interesting facts that you may not know. Human sleep is much more bizarre than we think. Not sleeping will lead to death faster than not eating, according to research. When you don't eat anything, you can last up to 21 days, but only 10. If you have a habit of staying up all night, you have to quit immediately, because one night without sleep, your body will need up to 4 days to recover as normal. If you don't sleep within 24 hours, your mind will become very stressed, high blood pressure, and impaired immune function. After 72 hours of not sleeping, you will have symptoms of a crazy person, such as hallucinations, lethargy, paranoia, and neurological disorders. The average person needs 10 to 20 minutes to fall asleep. And if you fall asleep in less than 5 minutes, you may have a lack of sleep. A very effective way to improve sleep is to sleep without clothes. Sometimes you suddenly wake up in the middle of the night without knowing for some reason. It's because your heart rate drops to an alarmingly low level. Send an emergency signal to wake your body up.
How became the prince of a town called Bel Air?
I heard a question real quick, man. Is that a hologram? Or, like, is that just somebody playing as Drake as a kid? Or is that a hologram?
The last war on this planet. After this, we will all be free again.
So above, so below. If there's a war up in heaven, then there is a war on this planet right now. Let me be an echo of what we once was. We was free before certain aliens came here and took us over. These aliens came from the Draco or the Dracolian system. Once the Dracos came here, another group of beings from Orion actually went to war with them. So this war that's happening right now is a war between the Dracos and the Orions. This war is about stargates because there are certain aliens that's coming back to trying to help us, and they are trying to close these stargates, but they're trying to open their own stargates. These stargates are really portals for higher dimensional beings and lower dimensional beings. We want the higher ones to come in and they want the lower ones to come in. The war is all about stargates. Our ancestors or higher vibrational beings, they use birds as messengers. How many people seen a crow get rid of Israel flag? Or how about when the Pope releases white doves and the black crow actually attacked them? They made us fear black cats and black birds, but black crows are really messengers. They are the eyes of our ancestors. Our DNA is data and information about where we come from, what we gotta do, how do we contact with higher beings. That's why they attacking our DNA every chance they get with their medicines. These Dracos mess with our DNA so much that we don't even realize there is a war going on trying to free us. And we think it's all a game. People want to be NPCs when there's a real cosmic war going on. Satan is the architect of this matrix that we live in. If you really want to know what's really going on, you got to understand how to use certain words and change it around so we will never understand what it is. This is Santa Claus. Satan is really Santa once you rearrange the words. So when you hear the word Santa Claus, they are saying Satan Claus. Do you know a clause is a contract? It's not Santa Claus, it's Satan Claus. Contract of clauses. So many people sign contracts to the devil and they don't even realize it. And they say Satan Claus comes from the North Pole. Why is this important to know? North Pole is where Santa or Satan Claus come from, and South Pole is where Antarctica is. Why do you think they don't want us to go to Antarctica? It's because it's free.
I found a rabbit hole for you to jump down. Oh my God. Okay, so you heard about cryonics, right? No? Okay, let me tell you. But a disclaimer first, because this is just for fun. This is just for entertainment. And the things I'm about to share with you are just theories and conspiracies. With that being said, cryonics, the practice of preserving life by pausing the unaliving process using sub-freezing temperatures with the intent of restoring good health with medical technology in the future. I mean, like, who's doing this? Why? James Bedford. He was a psychology professor at the University of California. He was preserved in 1967, and he still remains preserved today. We've also got Ted Williams. He played for the Boston Red Sox between 1939 and 1960. He actually chose to have the upper portion of his body removed before going into cryosleep. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, the term is cryosleeping. There is also a huge conspiracy that Walt Disney also wanted to be cryogenically frozen, and the same thing about Michael Jackson and his monkey bubbles. Whew, okay, so now, why? The belief stems from the pineal gland. You know that the pineal gland is what makes you you. It gives you your soul, your character. The body is just a vessel. Once the vessel is no longer capable of working, you would be able to be extracted and uploaded into a different source or a new vessel. There are at least 500 people that are currently cryosleeping. Cryonics can be really expensive. That's why some people only choose to cryosleep a portion of the body. The starting price is about $28,000 and it can reach upwards of $200,000. It's believed that this is a common desire of the elite. Only the rich and noble can have this done. And this allegedly is a list of celebrities that have been interested in cryosleeping. Would you ever consider cryosleeping?
America's food is banned in 30 countries. The food is killing people. Oh yeah, it's definitely killing people. If somebody were to buy a bag of Lay's potato chips versus buying it in Europe and look at the ingredients, they're totally different. They will make the healthier version for another country. There's over 10,000 food chemicals that are allowed in the American population or food system that aren't allowed in other countries. It makes it easier for food companies, gives them longer shelf life because they're putting so many chemicals in it. So anytime we lobby for healthier food choices in our school systems, in our neighborhoods, the food industry is going right behind them with billions and millions of dollars saying, no, we can't do that.
the magic thing.
You wonder why people memories is all jacked up, right? Crazy, man. Try to eat as healthy as possible, you know. It's okay to indulge and eat some chips and now and then, but hey, learn to take some breaks too, man. For real.
A lot of the books that you see in a lot of the books you see, those ritual books that you see if you go to Barnes and Noble, you go to Borders and all that stuff, you see a whole bunch of books on magic. The reason why the government put those things out is because they don't work. The reason why they don't work now is because those books, a lot of the spells was written thousands of years ago. And basically the energy and the time cycle has changed. So based on the time cycle being changed, a lot of that stuff don't work. The stuff that works is the stuff that you conjure up yourself because that's your own energy dealing with it. So there's a book called Your Book of Shadows, How to Write Your Own Magical Spells by Patricia Telesco, 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 which basically, I've known this for the last 4 or 5 years, that basically any type of system that you want to see, you still want to deal with the magical aspect of this stuff, which is basically the scientific part. The best spells you do is the spells you make yourself. So then here's this book that they put out called Your Own Book of Shadows, which is dealing with that. But see, even the word itself, the Book of Shadows. The shadow is your innermost self. That is the dark side that Steven Spielberg and, George Lucas put $1 billion campaign to tell you to turn away from. Telling you to turn away from the dark side is to tell you to turn away from the supreme essence of your own nature. And that's the difference. So we're going to deal with two schools. There's the right-hand path and the left-hand path. Your path is the left-hand path because you so happen to have a shadow. That's the difference. We're going to get into that the next couple of days. So this cracker's telling you, stay away from the left-hand path. And you don't understand that the left-hand path is your own essence. Your essence is the damn dark side. You see what I'm saying? That is who you are, the Osirian realm. So to go to the fucking light is to go to get screwed up and to go to get duped. You see what I'm saying? Stay fucking away from the light and accept the darkness.
What's her last name again? Patricia?
Telesco, Telesco. The reason why we say that is it's always good to have some type of magic to conjure, just on this realm, just to keep the crack off your ass, even on the job. Or, you never know. You know, we have to work through a series of things, but every now and then some shit will come up abrupt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shit, get ready to get sued, or, you get ready to take the car, or whatever kind of stuff. So it's good to keep, but see, a lot of that stuff that they put in, you heard the cracker ain't gonna put no shit up in the stove to damn fuck up his thing. But basically what we're talking about is still teaching you to use your own energy. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I was just wondering.
Chinese Illuminati? That don't bother me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wish I was Illuminati. I'd be probably a billionaire. People always talking this Illuminati stuff. Show me Illuminati. Show me that. Please. I had to work for everything I got so far. Ain't no Illuminati come and help me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I personally, man, I believe in God. I'm a man who fears God, and I pray to God, and I don't go to church that often. I'm not gonna lie, not because I'm not religious. I just don't got the time to. No disrespect. I pray to God every night. I have a relationship with God. I don't have to go to church every time. That's my Lord, and I got my relationship with Him.
Wherever two or more are gathered, that's where the Lord is anyway.
Right? You know what I mean? But most of the time, it's just me on my knees like this.
If you really look into
Cap. Resulting cap.
the thyroid function, and you understand what
It's not like cap,
and balance and all of those things are work. Like it is truly, it is bad stuff.
If you look on the periodic table, go back to high school chemistry.
Right.
Fluoride is right next to chlorine, iodine, bromine. They're all in a classification called halides.
Right.
Well, iodine is actually necessary it's necessary to activate every cell that secretes something. And one of the primary cells that secrete something is your thyroid that secretes or activates thyroid hormone. Fluoride is a bully. So it will push out iodine in that thyroid hormone, and it will appear to a blood test like you have activated thyroid hormone. So you'll take the blood test and they'll say, you don't have low thyroid levels. You're actually just fine. And you say, but I feel like garbage. There
Exactly.
has to be something going on here. So
Right.
the problem is that thyroid hormone has been activated by fluoride rather than iodine. It
Right.
shows that you're fine, but you have no activity. So low thyroid is a very, very common thing that happens in high fluoridated areas. Well, how many people do you know that have low thyroid issue?
But yet there's this like, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. That stuff's crazy. And it just breaks my heart that why can't there just be an authentic conversation?
Listen up.
Yes.
MK Ultra's real.
What was the thought process behind it? When you talked to a doctor about this, what did they tell you was wrong with you?
They told me I was bipolar. And I remember going on TMZ and saying, slavery is a choice. And they medicated me for saying that, for having that opinion and saying it out loud.
And I want you to have your own
But as I
opinions.
put those contracts up, I'm saying, this is a choice. As
you didn't mean people being abducted and brought into slavery and put into chains was a choice. What you were talking about is people making decisions that would enslave them financially and enslave their life.
Yeah.
But it was taken out of context,
Mhm.
and it was taken in the least charitable way, and they decided to try to say, look at crazy Kanye, look at this shit he's saying.
Uzi with the reptilian eye.
That is true though, about the Kanye situation. When he came out, slavery is a choice. That's true. Like, we're choosing to get up every day to go to like people are literally choosing to get up every day to go to a 9 to 5. That's your choice. Like, if you want to be mentally enslaved, go do that though, for real. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against people that's doing that, but you shouldn't be just doing that, right? You should do that, use that 9 to 5 and make you your own business. Because there's nothing wrong with working 9 to 5 at all. But that's the new slavery though, for real.
The symbolism just don't stop. Do it. It don't stop. Uzi recently just performed at the concert Rolling Loud like a few days ago. And look at his contacts. Don't y'all see the reptilian eye? I've made past videos on multiple celebrities showing reptilian symbolism. And like I said, they're not showing y'all this for no reason. They're telling y'all without telling y'all. Like, it really don't get no more blatant.
So for the first 3 days you're there, it's no showering. They put you in a circle, which is it's a teepee. It's a little teepee, but it's open. And you have to sit there for 3 days. They wouldn't let me lay down for nothing. Like, I was falling asleep and they were like, get up, get up. So I'm just sitting here like, this is gonna be really bad. When I seen these people have no sympathy, I was like, oh, I'm really doomed. They strip you from your whole personality. You have to act like just whoever they want you to act like. They told me, okay, these are what your chores are gonna be. I don't remember what they were, but they were like, these are what your chores are gonna be. This is what you're gonna be doing. Here's your level 1 binder. You do the same thing every day. Chop wood, take care of the animals. This place is all about taking away privileges. Like, okay, yeah, the phone is a privilege, TV, like all that. But they take away like necessity privileges, like sleeping on a bed, eating good food, not being cold.
Hello everybody, welcome to Exposing Hollywood. Today we're going to be uncovering the truth about the Black Eye Club. The Black Eye Club refers to the countless number of celebrities that have been photographed at public appearances with a black eye over the years. Hello, the Black Eyed Peas, ding ding ding. It's utterly bizarre to see everyone from Barack Obama to Kanye West and Madonna sporting black eyes. The black eye is always on their left eye, and the ritual is to pay tribute to the Eye of Horus. If you didn't know that, I want you to share this with 3 people. The black eyes are all part of the initiation Illuminati ritual. This is called the Eye of Ra initiation ceremony. Folks, celebrities are so vain that if they sustained an accidental black eye, there's no way they would go into public without covering it up.
What was Iraq actually hiding? There is a theory that the U.S. stayed in Iraq for over a decade after it was liberated, not because of oil, but something way more powerful. Well, you see, in the 1920s, a British explorer discovered what was rumored to be the oldest known stargate in the world, located at what is known today as the Great Ziggurat. However, in the 1980s, Saddam Hussein fortified the ancient complex in an attempt to keep out explorers from seeing what was hidden inside, or at least that was the official statement. Furthermore, strange ancient technology has been seen coming out of the Great Ziggurat, rumored to have come through the Stargate from an ancient civilization now living on the hidden planet Nibiru, with many people in recent times coming forward claiming to have been involved in classified programs in Iraq where Stargate technology was used. Many people are wondering,
yo, check out this video my brother just sent me. This scholar, right, he just found a 15th century old Bible that got melanated faces in it before they Europeanized Caesar Borgia, or really colonized, because it ain't about making everything black or melanated. But let's check out the video.
The binding, bookbinding in Ethiopia. The cover, wooden board cover. As you see, everything is made at home. So, this is 15th century manuscripts. Sometimes, it's amazing that, people in the 15th century, where they aware of color, all the things, even the Virgin is painted black. Even today, we don't find such paintings in churches. Always, a bright color, not black color. So it has to be studied very well. This type of documents. Look, even the evangelist. This is magic language. And the harag, or the decorations, all this,
Them folks in Europe and Asia, they know what's up. They know what's up in America too, but they make too much money off the divide and conquer. The slavery narrative, it's too much money in it. And like I said, we know a lot of these books are doctrines of men. But where did these men originally find these doctrines at? Because they didn't come up with them in their head. They found an ancient story, a mystery system, a mystery school, and was like, oh, I can use this and pervert it and sell it to the masses. No difference in how they make a spiritual community now. The only reason why it's centered as a spiritual community is because they're trying to sell it. They're trying to sell it to you like they marketing it to you. Just no different than the urban community. Get out the misnomers. I am that I am. Now, shout out to all my Christians. You know what I'm saying? I'm knocking on how they change the symbolism and how that can shift our brain. Think about how we grew up. Anytime we heard the word Jesus, even when you think about it now, you associate it with this. But Jesus ain't even supposed to have, he ain't really supposed to have a face. But when they did write a face, it was melanated folks. And you see it on the video. They in the streets holding the art in the middle of the street doing a ceremony. That was interesting. I can't wait to go to Europe to see the signs and symbols right in our face. You know what's crazy? Growing up, they had us thinking like, oh, Europe, that's the white man's land. It ain't nobody land. It ain't the white man, black, bro. This whole earth is for every human beings.
Exactly.
The whole earth is for humans.
Exactly.
These people, bro, these weak elites have made it to where we fallen so low. We cannot get off our animalistic thinking patterns. We can't get out of our survival thinking patterns. We can't think about, oh, but this happened, how I feel about it, how I feel. Those emotions, they're programming us, bro. Because I'll show this video and you'll have people that come and practice their cognitive dissonance under my comments or under somebody else's comments. Listen, I was just watching a video earlier and I'm like, well, I don't like this video. And I just swiped off. You got to understand, anybody trying to project, no, this is this. You're African. Stop digging, stop thinking. That's an elite nanobot that they got on their brain, and it's working for them. They can use us to delete us. Use the people against the people. That's what they do. So while you arguing about Muslim, Christian, it's the same thing at the core of it. It's just expressing a different language. You like strawberry ice cream? I like coffee ice cream, buddy. That's all it is. But it gotta be known that history was wiped. This was altered from an ill intent. And I think this is the Jesuit order type of what's going on with this. Shoot, they said King James might have been a brother. That's tough. Or one of the King James, because who knows how many of them they are. Just an amazing video I wanted to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because that book looks so fire. And at the time that they was writing that book, it was probably a different frequency on this realm. I'm not saying folks ain't been warned about land and on barbarian time, and we know certain groups of people on this land. We know it's a certain group of people on this land that go everywhere and they just war and kill, you know? And they're doing that to this day. They're doing that to this day. But who orders are they following? It only take one to corrupt the masses. So yeah, just showing y'all some video. I'll make a little thought-provoking video. That's all I'm doing on my TikToks and my YouTube, just to make you think, you know? We ain't no teachers, we ain't no master, we students first, you know? Student of life. We should all be students of life, man. And we should all recognize something. The more I learn that I have a lot to learn.
Did you know it's illegal to collect rainwater? Illegal to collect rainwater, something that's falling from the sky. And you gotta ask yourself, why is that? Understand that we are like plants, bro. We are plants. Most of the time when it rains, the next day the sun comes out. You know why? Because it's growth water. The trees is growing, the plants is growing, the grass is growing. The best thing that you can put on your hair to help your hair grow is rain water. I ain't talking about that 1 minute rain. I'm talking about that thunderstorm rain, that rain for hours. I mean, damn near 2 days. That's growth water. That's the best thing you can put on your hair. It's gonna help your hair grow tremendously. It's gonna soothe your scalp. It's gonna promote growth. Rain water is growth water. It's healthy for you and it's great for your head. We are like plants. Water help us grow. Let's get healthy.
There's people walking
That is dope though, right? Like, what if the plants and the trees out there is just asking for like water, and then it just rain? I'm not gonna lie, I think rain is natural, not the rain that's like, you know how like sprinkle rain. Y'all know that? And when it's sprinkle rain, I don't think that's real rain. Or it could be the real rain. I don't know, but I know rain is real for sure. That can't be weather manipulation, right? But I think the tornadoes and all that snow, that stuff is definitely fake. You know, that's just crazy. Snow? No, snow is not natural at all.
Around out here that are soulless avatars simply operating on matrix programming. They're living, but they're not alive. And they're all around us. They're all over the place. People that have never woken up to who they truly actually are. They simply are operating on the code that they've been programmed and given since they were born, since they were even in the womb and at gestation. The same code, just running on programming, never exceeding the programming, never reprogramming the programming, never editing it, never hacking themselves, just running on the pure code and living a complete lie, believing that they're alive, but they're not. Powerful stuff. I hope y'all pay attention here. I hope y'all, if you're able to wrap your mind around what I'm talking about tonight, if you can wrap your mind around this, let me see you in the chat. Let me see you guys in the chat. Let me make sure you guys are still paying attention. You guys ain't sleeping out there. This is deep stuff, man. This is some real deep stuff.
What's up, family? Today we'll be talking about the conscious leaders. The conscious leaders of the community will give off a Messiah effect. This effect could change the outcome of reality and the ways the people think. Just like Jesus in the Bible, he went around raising the dead, bringing them back to life. This would be the same as a spiritual leader, waking up unconscious minds from the sleep state. Their whole job is to raise the conscious level of humanity. Your government dislikes these people, and they will try to frame these spiritual leaders or take them out. And they will pay and make your own people go against you. Just like Martin Luther King was killed by his own people. The same with Malcolm X. Even with Jesus Christ, they say he died for our sins. But in reality, the Christians killed Jesus. That's why the Christians have to wake up. This is why you will never find God or higher consciousness in a church. You must go within. The body is the temple. And every time they remove one of us, we are replaced with 7 more. Knowledge is what make you a god. Know yourself. We must support and protect these spiritual leaders. They are not trying to just change the outcome for themselves, but for everyone. And when it comes to the spiritual community, Andre 3000 is front line in this war. He is going all around the earth, fixing the energy with his magical flute. We all know that the new blue sun is here in the sky. Peace and Ashe.
My kids were sitting here eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or maybe their favorite, Lucky Charms. Now, I was a contractor for 22 years, and we used to do paint prep, do cleaning and things like that. And I'm sitting there reading a box, and I noticed that it says it contains trisodium phosphate. This, TSP. Let's see. Trisodium phosphate, harmful if swallowed, eye irritant, skin irritant. If ingested, call poison control.
Wow.
Poison control. Let's see here. Trisodium phosphate. And it's not way down here with the vitamins. It's way up here. That's on Lucky Charms. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We've got Star Wars trisodium phosphate. This is a carcinogen that we're feeding our kids. And General Mills is putting it in all of their stinking cereal. If I sprinkled trisodium phosphate on my kids' cereal, I would go to prison.
That's crazy, man. Like, do y'all eat cereal? Well, let me know, man. I can't remember the last time I had some cereal. I don't eat cereal. But they all eat cereal, but that's crazy. Dang, and they've been doing this for a while. And then they put the little cartoons on the box, make it more appealing to the kids. You know, Spider-Man, or that's, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. That's how they get us now.
When the year changes, I like to look at like The Simpsons to see if they predict something of like last year. Yeah. I think they predicted some things, like with the submarine, they predicted the fires in Hawaii. Do you want to know what they predicted for this year, bro? What The Simpsons predicted for 2024? Yeah. So The Simpsons predicted that the leader of the world, like our country, is gonna die this year, and the vice president is gonna take his place for now until the election, because they also predicted that Trump is gonna run in 2024. But it's crazy because, you know, Lisa, listener, she was the one that was in charge of the country, but the way she was dressed just like Kamala Harris, bro. She had pearls, like the whole suit, like the hair. She looked just like Kamala Harris. And like people think that The Simpsons aren't really predicting the future, but like this was all planned out, and The Simpsons is just a way to tell people ahead of time.
This was when?
1998. This is when the episode came out.
And do you think like they planned something that was from 1998 to 2024?
You gotta think about it, bro. I feel like a lot of things that we have now have been around longer than we know about. When the year changes, I like to look at like The Simpsons to see if they
already know what's about to happen, man.
I think
Biden could die though. I don't know. Alright, this is your next year.
Here we have a video from the mine explorer in France where he goes down into...
I think I just figured out how the mud floods were done, like how we buried everything. The prior video showed a guy coming down into a tunnel system, which we have under every main city in the United States, possibly throughout the world. Now, the tunnels were probably used for a transport system referred to as the Hyperloop, which we're not going to go into now. Back to mud floods. How do we cause such a catastrophe that melts the entire world, causing buildings to literally fall in their place and just disappear underground like quicksand? It's a lot of mud. And although we talk about the Great Flood, that is not from rain. Well, I found out recently that you can liquefy sand with air. Watch this. It's a ball in a sand pit. They're blowing air, and it acts like water. Regular sand plus air equals liquefied sand. Wow.
That's crazy.
If there were buildings on that thing, they'd all be underground.
Yep.
To the brim with solid sand. This is one of the coolest things ever. If you take a tub of sand like this and then add air in just the right way, it basically becomes a liquefied soup.
What? That's crazy.
These mud-flooded buildings look like liquefied soup? How else would you explain all over the world buildings buried in mud? We all think that mud just comes from water, assuming it was a great flood. But now that you know you can create a great flood of mud using air, back to those tunnels. Here's a map of the underground railroads. These railways are underground tunnel systems with dirt above them. What would happen if a bunch of air was blown through the entire tunnel system? In fact, do we see mud flood territories mostly around tunnels and railroad stations? Here's the movie clip that triggered this thought.
They're beautiful because my mom says they only crawl out of the ground when the mountain moves. Cool, right? Nah.
Totally fucking insane.
It's so crazy, right? I couldn't even hear it.
We'll have to put up a fence around the sandbox so that, I guess we'll call the fire department. Call Anton's parents for me.
Come on.
It's like a mini mud flood right in that sandbox. And what's right underneath? The mines. Air flowing through the mines could be causing...
Listen to me, please.
Mud flood. Air going through the mines could be causing the dirt above to just be pliable and sink. Now the question is, was this intentional? Earth let out a giant fart and melted the world.
She got a good point on that. All right, shout out to Jeanette for this clip. She sent this to me on TikTok, so shout out to her for this clip. If y'all do want to send clips to me, you can either join the Discord or follow my TikTok. You can send it to TikTok. If you know, some days you just scroll on TikTok, you see some strange stuff, send it to my TikTok. Follow my TikTok. All right, but let's get into the next clip.
The first clone was born when? Entertainment purposes only.
Very, very pleased to announce that the first baby clone.
The first baby clone
is born. She was born yesterday at 11:55 a.m. in the country where she
great,
was
you
born.
guys.
So
Aren't you entertained?
More details about the location. She's fine. We call her Eve between
Her
us.
name is Eve.
You knew that, of course. Some suggested it, and I thought it was a good idea, actually.
Good idea.
You won't have the right name. And,
First baby clone.
for a long time, I thought...
Aren't you guys entertained? But after that, it kind of makes you think like, yeah, if you haven't watched this movie, go watch They Clone Tyrone. 19 years ago, the first baby clone was born. I'm very entertained. Let me know what y'all think about the first baby clone being born 19 years ago in the goddamn comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. The first clone.
Now, if they got that, like, what else do they have, y'all? That's a little small portion of what they giving us too. They probably been doing this. Who knows? It's crazy though. Like, that's not even a baby at that point. Like, that's a synthetic baby at that point. That's, come on, man. How are you trying to play God? They literally trying to play God at that point. That's crazy. All right, y'all, my good people, man. I hope you guys took something from it. You got something from this video right here. There was a lot of good clips in here, man. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Put it in the comments. Comment and your thoughts of the video in the comments below. As always, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Seems like it's gonna be a nice day today, so get outside, get some sun, take you a little good walk, whatever you need to do, okay? But get outside, please get outside, you know, especially if the weather is nice, okay? But with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.